Hey guys, you must have walked past them a jillion times. Those posters trying to get you to donate blood. I'm sure some of you have even made the effort to actually go and do it. What we want to do here is give you a bit more info on this topic, so you'll have a better understanding of what all this actually involves. So why do people donate blood in the first place? Since the 20th century, the world of medicine has experienced tremendous progress. There's basically been an explosion in the number of procedures and possibilities available, and this has led to a high demand for blood donations. Donated blood is needed for lots of different operations, for transplants, and a bunch of other modern medical procedures. Very often, it's used in treating cancer patients, as much as 19% to be exact, making this the #1 use for donated blood. The next most common uses are for treating heart disease and gastrointestinal disease, each at 16%. It's also used to treat people injured in accidents, for liver and kidney diseases, and to treat people with anemia, hemophilia, complications during childbirth, bone disease, and so forth. So first off, there's a difference between whole blood donation and plasma donation. Don't worry, whole blood doesn't mean they take all your blood, but that you're donating all the components of your blood. As you saw in the first video, this includes blood cells, platelets, and plasma. Plasma donation involves the donation of plasma. Duh. When you donate blood for the first time, the first thing you'll need to do is register. So, don't forget your ID. This means you're going to have to answer a couple of questions. You're also going to need to give them a drop of blood from your finger so they can determine if you have enough blood in your body to donate any in the first place. If everything's good, all you've got to do is lie back in the chair and they'll take care of you. Before your blood makes its way into any patients, they first need to analyze it in the lab. After all, you might have some disease lurking around in there that could have serious consequences. They also determine your blood group and the rhesus factor, and you get a card with all the important stuff on it. This is your blood donor ID card. So how does whole blood donation work? When you donate whole blood, they take your blood and all of its components. They let you get nice and comfortable, put a tube in your arm, and draw out the blood. For those of you who might be scared of having your blood drawn, most people who faint while donating blood are men. But really, that doesn't happen all that often. It's a relatively simple and uncomplicated procedure. Most of the donations that are made at blood drives are whole blood donations. These are the events where a bloodmobile comes to a school, university, or other institution. This method of collecting blood donations is the most common one, since it's a very simple process and it's relatively convenient for the donors. Blood donation is a very simple process. Number 1. A pint of blood is drawn from a vein in the arm and collected in a new bag. Number 2. This is followed by a recovery phase. Number 3, then the blood is processed. The whole blood is separated out into its individual components. Breaking the blood down into its components allows the donated blood to be used to treat recipients in a targeted manner. The really cool thing about this is that it allows a single donation of blood to be used to help several different people at the same time. Since instead of giving them the whole blood, they can be given just those components that they need the most. The whole affair takes about 10 minutes. After that, they give you an exam, let you take a little break to rest, and give you a light snack to eat. Yay! The whole thing takes about an hour or so. The process can take its toll on your body, and you're going to have to compensate for the blood loss. So you have to wait 56 days before you can donate blood again. Women can donate 4 times a year, and men can donate 6 times. Now, let's talk about plasma. Here's a little reminder to jog your memory. Plasma is the liquid component of the blood. It's made up of about 90% water, and the rest includes proteins, salts, nutrients, and antibodies. You can even see it. If you allow blood to sit for a while in a test tube, eventually gravity causes the heavier solid components to settle at the bottom. What remains at the top is an amber color liquid. That's the plasma. So, what happens when you donate plasma? The blood gets put into a centrifuge, which spins it around really fast and causes the individual components to separate from one another. That'd be the red blood cells, the white blood cells, the platelets, and the plasma. They take out the plasma, then just put the other components back in the donor's bloodstream. So how is the plasma used? Well, for one thing, plasma can be used as a source of blood proteins and antibodies, but it's also often used to get fibrinogen, which plays a major role in blood clotting, as you already know. By the way, once you remove the fibrinogen, the leftover plasma is called blood serum. Deep frozen, fresh plasma can last up to 2 years, so it doesn't have to be used right away. Your blood donation checklist should have 3 main things on it. First-time donors need to be at least 18 years of age. You also need to be in good health. And don't forget your ID. Okay, let's recap. 19% of the blood is used in treating cancer patients, making it the most common use for donating blood. The next two most common uses are in treating heart disease and gastrointestinal disease. There are two kinds of blood donation: whole blood donation and plasma donation. Whole blood donation means you're donating all the components of your blood, including the blood cells, the platelets, and the plasma. This involves taking a half liter of blood from a vein in the arm and collecting it in a special bag, followed by a recovery phase, after which the blood is processed. And the whole blood is separated out into its individual components. After donating blood, you need to wait at least 56 days before donating again. Women can donate 4 times a year and men can donate 6 times a year. When you donate plasma, the plasma is separated from the other components, which are put back in the donor's bloodstream. This means you can donate plasma every 3 days. Donated plasma is an important source of proteins, antibodies, and fibrinogen. Registration is required before you donate blood for the first time, after which you'll get a blood donor ID card with all the relevant info on it. Well, that's enough for now. If you want to know more, you can always go ahead and check out our other videos on human blood. Keep it up, folks! See you soon!